So I want to ask this question. Clearly, Proposal A has not lived up to its promise to adequately fund the operation of the public schools. There was also the promise of equalizing the funding for school districts throughout the state, and this clearly hasn't happened. What would you propose to change the funding formula to address declining enrollment and the unfunded mandates from Lansing for our schools?
Representative Dianda, you're first. 2 minutes.
Well, like I do constantly, is I vote against any unfunded mandate on our schools. Number two, I think that we have to take a look at not putting one district against the other. That's why I voted against the Detroit school bailout, because we were going to be able to take the cigarette money and put all that money down into those schools to help them. We have the same concerns up here, and I think that it's been very much troubling the last 4 years I've been down there with all of these unfunded mandates that have been pushed through by the Republican Party under the leadership of Governor Snyder. That's where I am very upset about. I think that what we could do is we could be able to take a look at head count. And the head count could be done on October 1st, or when the most population is in the schools in the first full week of October, and we take a look at the head count across the state, we look at what the budget is, and we divide by the number. That way everything would be equal, because Proposal 8 did not work. It was in a failure. It hasn't given us what we need. And one of the things that are so important across the state is how different we are. And this is something that I constantly talk about in Lansing. The fact is, if we're here in Ontonagon with the two schools, we're looking at budgeting $1,000 per head, per student, to be able just to buy the diesel fuel to do the transportation. If we're up in Calumet, we're looking at having a front end loader just to move the snow. They're not dealing with those issues in Lower Michigan. So we got to come up with a funding formula that's fair for everyone. And we can't have one district in the schools in Lower Michigan getting $12,800 per student, where up here we're only getting $7,600. So that's how we got to balance that out. I think that it's unfair if we don't move that forward.
Thank you. Mr. Markkanen.
Thank you. I believe that Proposal A is a failure, and that we need to slowly move towards more self-control, or more self-government with schools, school districts, school boards, local boards. We need to put more control in the local districts to run their schools. They know what's best. They have their fingers on the pulse. They know their children. They know their district. They know their tax base. I think we have to move towards more and more local control as we go forward.